Hello. So we have an original Lynx 2 here with a Ben Van Screen LCD upgrade. We're just today going to change the MOSFET and Zener diode because we know those tricky little things. If they basically go wrong, they'll fry the Mikey and Susie chips, and your Lynx is dead then. So let's get this undone. So here we have the Lynx 2 board. This is the MOSFET, this little three-pronged thing, and that is the Zener diode D13. So I got these parts from Z Labs, and what I'm going to do is just remove them. And there's no other issue with this board, so what I'm going to do is just replace the most risky components, which would be the Zener diode and the MOSFET. Let's do it this way because it seems to want to drop that way. There we go. I've got my iron heating app. I've already checked the polarity of the diode. The black line is the negative side. Just gotta make sure you put it in the right way. So usually there's a line on the board underneath as well, so check that out. I'm just gonna add a little bit of let's just move that over so we can see everything. I'm going to add a bit of flux and get the solder flowing underneath this MOSFET and try and remove it. I can use heat, but my heat gun isn't great. So I'm just going to use soldering, basically. This does usually work quite well for me. But actually, what we'll do, we will use the wick a little bit as well, just to remove any solder, which will help get them off in a moment. There's one. Just removing the solder. Right, so they're held on by less now. What I want to do is flow the solder now underneath this MOSFET, get it all lovely liquid silver bathwatery style, and then he should just lift up. There we go. That's probably enough actually. So he's off there, and then let's just heat this leg up. One leg. I think you soldered back down. That's okay. No rush. We take our time, don't we? So there's two front legs are up now. Let's just reheat up underneath, and you should come away in a mo. There he is. Lovely. So that's one MOSFET gone. And this will just be really nice solder bath underneath. Let's put in the replacement and not put in the old one. That'd be not the best idea. Oh, I'll flip him over. There it is. Obviously not the smallest things that I'm used to working with. That's what she said. Let's just apply a bit more flux and get some fresh solder. I mean, the solder looks great, to be fair, already. We'll add a bit more. Where's my solder? Here he is. I am worried that my camera isn't great, but hopefully you guys can see enough of what I'm doing to hopefully make a bit of sense. Let's come down a tiny bit. There we go. I'm just reflowing the current solder underneath because there was quite a lot of solder that we left there. And let's just get these legs. Hello. You moved a little bit there, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. And then what we'll do, just put the iron just on the solder platform just so it's liquid, and then hopefully once it's hot enough it'll just feed in. There we go. And make sure all of that is just like liquid underneath, and it'll flow really nicely then. There we go. And if we just inspect it, that's looking quite good there. Sorry about the zoomed in there. There we go. Not bad work there. Let's move on to the diode. I mean, this won't take much to get off. Again, put a bit of flux, 1, 2. Just confirm the polarity that was already on there, which I can with this. So with my I forgot what it's called, multimeter. So if I put black on the left side and red on the right, I'm getting a reading of 1.6, and if I go the other way, I'm still getting a reading. Whether that's because it's attached to the board, I think that's the reason actually. Let me just solder this off and see what we're working with. Let's see if we can annoy it enough. I have to use the wick here. Yeah, let's just use some wick. This will come off an easy peasy, lemon squeezy. There he is. He's already jumping off already. If he held on a little bit, probably, maybe. Oh, there we go. Right, so he was in this way round. He was like that. I'll zoom in a little bit. Retro 6 advises to check the polarity of before you stick your new diode on. So this is reading. If it keeps still, keeps out. It's just saying auto. So we're thinking currently black needs to go this side. So we flip it round. It should have a reading now. Dear Lord. There we go. That's not giving me a reading either. What am I doing wrong? There's no color on the original diode really that I can see. That's saying auto. And then if we go around, oh, did we pick something up then? We are picking something up then. Here we go, 2.9. Fine. So I have to watch the video back now because I'm getting confused. I'm confusing myself. There is a line here. What I may do, we've got nothing, and we've got 3.4. 2.9. I think this was probably failing already, to be fair. Right, let me just double check with the retro wiki that I'm going to put this on correctly. Right, I've stopped freaking myself out and I'm going to go for it. So the black line is the negative side, which negative will be on the left hand side. Let's just add a bit of flux. These traces, stick it in place. Shh, he's going to sleep, that's alright. Reminds me of like an old retro console, this multimeter. That's one. Just flatten him a bit. Okay, and then lovely. So that is the Zener diode also installed now. Let's just clean this up a little bit. Oh yeah, the other day, this is the original backlight prongs, where you put the original screen's obviously backlight connector into there. I touched it while it was on and my skin literally sizzled. It literally went, it was not nice. It wasn't really a mark afterwards that I saw, but yeah, the smell of burnt flesh wasn't, it just gives you a reminder of how high voltage these little things are really. Okay. Alright, let's just put this back together now. Now this is back together, I'll just chuck this away in a sec. We've also got the El Cheapo new Ben flash cart, so that could be our first tester to see if it works. We're going to try this with batteries because my AC lead is very annoying lately. My cat's going crazy currently. Oh my god, it just jumped up a fence. Quite impressive. Right, so put on with these battery terminals. They don't all go the same way, so positive that way on the bottom. So quite a lot of people will sell Lynx's not working or spares or repairs. That's typically because people don't know that they don't turn on without a game inserted, unless the traces are bridged. Alright, we're working. We'll be working. Ah, right. I have no idea. What's this? Why is bottom button not working? Lynx Jam 2021. What's all this? Angry. Alright, but down button's not working, which could be the membrane not being put in properly. What is this? What's job birthday? Right, we need to sort out this button, don't we? Alright, let's sort that out before going any further. What I'm hoping is it's just the this membrane just wasn't in enough, or it's just not happy enough. If it's not making a nice connection and some of the buttons aren't working, then I can take a mil off. Such a fiddly thing. I I can take a millimeter off the tip of the, that's good, of the ribbon. Because remember what I said before is carbon traces, so sometimes the carbon can run out. Don't know if I'll zoom in. Sometimes on the tips, I think it can no longer be making contact, and that's where it goes wrong. I do have a carbon pen, so I can like draw traces, but I'd rather not go down that avenue and try and figure everything out now. Just lay them down, see if this is easier. No slack on this at all. Alright, bends out. Right, so he is in. I'll try that. So let's put Ben back in there. I would say, in my opinion, Retro 6's drop-in screen is easier to mess around with. This ribbon is really quite annoying. There's no slack on it at all, and I have no doubt that it's delicate. Alright, what we'll do, we'll plug this in and just make sure the down button's working. If it's not working, it's back to the drawing board, I suppose. Let's get a power lead. So, I'm going to add a bit more carbon to these traces. Be very gentle. I'm using a Game Gear screen just to tack it down. We'll have a look now. I'm just going to be gentle. It's just... I don't want it to come out clumpy, see? Could just dab it. It's not good already, is it? What I'll do, I'll tidy it up with a Q-tip afterwards. By the looks of it, it's quite messy. Not sure what I was thinking here. What I can do, because it's conductive, I can just lightly scrape away with my, I think this will work. Yeah. Actually, what I'll do then, I'll do this nicely again. And then I'm going to, the traces in the way I restored them. So basically, another reason I'm doing this is because the on button's not working now. And it probably is me taking the ribbon in and out. I'm just thinking if I had a good connection in there. I mean, I'm not fully confident with carbon traces, but I'm guessing again, like any trace, you don't want to bridge things. Oh, cat's going crazy out there.
I think it's still a little bit wet.
So that one hasn't worked very well actually. Let's get
a bit on.
Let's let it dry.
Alright, let's have a bit of time to dry now. So I recently used this on an Atari Lynx button that wasn't powering on, and it worked really well.
We got off Amazon.
As one does. The pen wasn't the easiest thing to use, I gotta say, unless I was being a complete doofus. Which isn't impossible.
Let's just touch that.
All seems dry.
Let's just give it a few more minutes and then reconnect it. Right, I just reconnected it now with those new traces. It's working. Does back down works as well. Oh, I'm impressing myself now. Up works as well. So ROM packs, TBA prototypes. I have no idea what any of this is. It was advertised. I'm probably being really stupid, but it was advertised ROM 0, folders 8. I'm guessing, but it's supposed to be preloaded with games. What's Lynx Jam 2022? Drunk Witch, Poaching Jeff. What about 30th birthday? Nutmeg. These all sound like homebrew games or something. We should have the whole Safsaro, Batman. Okay, Lynx Pack 2020. Titan. TBA prototypes. Red Riot Wolf. What about updates? How would you do updates? No files found. Okay, let me just do some Google. Well, let's see if it plays a game, I suppose. That's freaky. There's this looks like a homebrew game. Maybe. I don't know. It's like the save slot. That's quite impressive. Oh. Right, no idea what this is. Right, let me just quickly Google about this. Alright, so after doing some reading, the El Cheapo SD Ben cart comes with homebrew and legal games. So you'll have to add ROMs that you want to play yourself, which I've had a quick look at and I was like, oh, it looks a bit, I don't know, this isn't for me, this is for someone else, so I'll ask them, do they want to venture down there, because I have no idea how to do that. So let's put this back together now. So most importantly as well, now we just need to make sure it's all working. Let's put it back together. I'm going to try a bit of blue lightning, and we'll probably use batteries. Just before sticking the rubber grips back on, let's just make sure it works. Yeah, so the touching up of the carbon worked quite well. The carbon traces, I mean. What's going on here? Why is that not working? It must be backwards. Positive, yeah. That was backwards. There we go. So easily done. Rightio. See if this is all working. Blue lightning. What's happening? Ooh. I can't control the volume. Another issue. I can't control the volume of this new speaker. Let's open it up. Well, after a little bit of research and then thinking, maybe we should just try it again. I was playing around with the contrast wheel, wasn't I? It wasn't the actual speaker. So, come on. It does work. Right, I'll put this back together. And yeah, I had basically the person who owns this got me to repair recap his 3 other Game Gears and do an LCD upgrade as well on one of his Game Gears, and that's the video before this. So hopefully he's happy because he also has now a BenVen LCD upgrade for his original Lynx, and a new speaker because his speaker was quiet, and the volume wheel does work. So yeah, another successful upgrade and repair, and there we go. Lovely. Catch you guys at the next one.